What's up, guys? We back with another episode. I'm here with one of my friends from college, Demetrius Hudson, former Division I athlete, professional football player, getting ready to go overseas and play in Germany. How you doing today, my boy?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good.
Long drive.
Yeah, drove from Jersey. That's a little hike.
I drove an hour, 2 hours.
2 hours, 2 hour drive though. I appreciate you for coming down though. For you know what I'm saying. So, talk to us about your football journey. We're gonna start back in high school. Like you went to Paul Six, Catholic school, private school in Jersey. Y'all are a great team. You know what I'm saying? While you was there, y'all was good getting stuff done. How was that playing for them and everything?
Playing at Paul Six, it was different. So like coming from Willingboro's a predominantly black area. So like Paul Six was predominantly white. So it was like a bit of a culture shock to an extent. So it was different, but I enjoyed it though. Had fun, made friends, got to meet people. So
What was it like playing football there though? Like once you got there, was the coaching staff different than what you was used to growing up and everything?
yeah, for the most part, principal stayed the same though. So like everybody wants you to play hard and do what you got to do, get in, get out. But it wasn't too much of a difference football wise. At the end of the day, you still just playing football.
Yeah, and then I mean it was probably the school thing that was a difference because like you said, going from a predominantly black area to a predominantly white, it's probably a little bit of a difference. And then, so this is you going from Paul Six. What you went in JUCO? So what happened your senior year that you decided like it's probably the best option for me? Was it
So
academics or
yeah, it was
athletics?
more so academics. Like I had the looks, I had the schools ready to offer me and whatnot. But academically, I wasn't all the way there. I didn't take school as serious as I should have at the time. But I got to JUCO. JUCO was different. I had fun though. I met you, my brother. But it was definitely different though, being the JUCO from Paul Six.
What was that? So your first day. So did you? So if you don't know, we talked about it before. We went to Valley Forge Military College. It's in the name. It's a military school. So going in, did you have your hair cut already?
Yeah, I cut my hair early.
Oh, you cut your hair early? All right, I did too.
So when I got in, I had like a little fro, but low cut ain't for me though.
Yeah.
I didn't have a low cut in so long.
Yeah.
Middle school.
So I remember like our first day there, Orf, the head coach, sees me. With my mom, we pull up. I got a do-rag on. He like, yo, none of that here. I'm like, oh, it's that. Like, this is that. Like, we not playing no games.
Nah.
And I remember walking by and seeing people, like, just getting cuts. And they wasn't even looking. Like, the barbers was just like,
Yeah, I wasn't having that.
cut, yeah, bro. I'm cool. I need to shape up all that fade. You know what I'm saying? I had to get right. So then talk about, like, what was it like your first experience that you could remember being at Valley Forge? Like, you was like, oh, this ain't that. Like,
First experience, it might have hit me like we had like this one day. I don't know if I'm pretty sure you came that day. It was like while we were still in high school. It was like orientation.
Yeah.
When they still had us walking the parade.
yeah.
That's when it hit me. I was like, yeah, this ain't possible. Like, nah, bro. It was like it was strict. A
Yeah.
lot more strict. Like everything was done to a T. Like shirts had to be folded a certain way, and like the closets, bro. Like
Bed had to be made.
bed had to be made. We had room checks.
Yeah.
I
Shit
never
was
had somebody check my room like
grown
that
man getting my
before.
room checked. So I know that was, for me, that was definitely like, yo, bro, what's going on? Like, this ain't, I came from, so like you came from Paul Six, a winning program where y'all had the fundamentals and everything. I came from McCaskey. We lost. We had no fundamentals, no culture, no nothing. So like I'm going to this job, I'm like, yo, bro, what y'all talking about? Y'all bedtime what? Bro, I'm 18, bro. I got bedtime. So then talk about like going into the military school, buzzing down your hair, getting room checks, and then playing football there, balancing like, cause the first year it was academics, military, football. It wasn't just academics and football. Talk about balancing that, like all three of those things on the same plate.
Yeah, having to balance those three, like it was definitely a difference. But I feel like it made us who we are now though. Like I wouldn't be the man I am today if I didn't go to Valley Forge. So like I'm grateful we actually had that experience, cause I'm not gonna say like I was running around doing whatever I wanted, but like I feel like I had a lot more freedom than what I did when I was at Valley Forge. But being able to balance those three, military, like it was easier. Like once you really got into the flow of things, like just going to formation in the morning. I ain't do the stuff on the weekend. That's I was at the crib every weekend. But yeah, balancing that though, like it wasn't. I don't think that was the hardest thing we had to do.
What you think the hardest thing we had to do then was?
Just really is like I think the hardest thing was the mental aspect. Like we used to fight going to like the military stuff. Like mentally, we're like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Granted, like if we would have just did it, like the more you do, the easier it comes. But yeah, I think just getting up and doing it was the hardest part.
Yeah. And then what do you think? Do you think there's any principles that they instilled in you that you like? Yeah, that like looking back on that, that definitely helped me along the way. So like, like for me, like I was never like super disciplined,
Yeah.
like never at all. I was kind of like always go with the flow. Going there and having to be like 15 minutes early to everything, having to be like, yo, this is your dress code, bro. Like if you step out of line, you got a tour. Like we're not playing that. Like all those things played a part in me kind of like changing who I was as a
Made you
person.
build structure.
Yeah.
Like really, you can't go in there without a plan. Like every day they had a plan for you. It's the schedule you had to abide by every day.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that helped us a lot for sure. Like then it made everything easier. Like from starting there to going to Shippensburg. Like Shippensburg was easy at that point. Like,
Yeah.
You know, for the morning meetings, morning runs. Like I didn't have no problem with that. I had to get up information. I had to get up from
Yeah. Y'all don't remember. Yeah.
Get dressed for the day.
Y'all don't remember carrying a bayonet.
Yeah.
5 in the morning, bro. I go on this run. I'm over here swinging around a bayonet, bro. Like I'm going to war. So talk about like the second year, the difference from going from all three aspects. They kind of pulled back and they let us choose if we were gonna, not going in the military. We didn't have to do all the formation, everything.
Pathways.
Yeah, pathways program.
Oh, yeah, pathways made things so much easier, right? Just wake up, eat. I ain't got to worry about formation no more. I can go to breakfast wearing sweatpants.
Yeah. So yeah, that was for me. That was my first like look at college. Even though like we started to wear uniforms, kind of was stupid, but you know what I'm saying, like, but not having to wear like, you know what I'm saying, a bayonet, walking around like I'm about to go shoot someone.
Remember they kept me at the crib,
bro. I don't even want to talk about it. That's anybody watching this. If you ever had to wonder going through my Instagram why I got dressed now, it's because I went to Valley Forge, and I promise I'll never have a bald fade again in my life.
People look at me crazy, bro, when I tell them like I had to wear uniform all the way up to my sophomore year of college. Shippensburg is my first time wearing like street clothes to class. I've never been to school like that.
And then how was that? Like, so talk about the process, because leaving Juco, people don't understand it's a process too, though. Yeah. Like it's like you're starting the recruitment process all over. You're meeting these whole new, some of these coaching staffs, even if it was a school that recruited you before, it's a whole new coaching staff. Like, so talk about that process, trying to figure out, because, this was part of the valley, like the valley that went on that Valley Forge, there was peaks and valleys. I don't know if you remember the conversation we had 2 months before we all graduated. They told us that they were shutting down all the athletic stuff. Yeah. So everybody was running around trying to get their film out, trying to get everything.
Yeah, so that was rough for the young guys for sure.
Yeah,
like, it was hard for us too because like we still was in like the recruiting process, but for the young guys, like they
had nowhere to go.
They was gonna be there for 2 years. Most of them.
Yeah.
And like.
So the recruiting process. Talk about that. Like, what schools did you visit, and what made you choose Shippensburg? What made you say like, yo, this is where I want to end up at?
So, crazy thing is, bro, like. I remember Orphan used to tell me, like, I got these schools calling and whatnot, and I don't know what happened, but at the point in time, bro, the only school I was talking to for a good minute was Shippensburg. Granted, COVID and stuff hit, but it was the first school that hit me up.
Yeah, that was.
For me. I was like, I'm not going to say I had to go, but to a certain point, I felt like I did have to go, which I don't regret. I enjoyed my time at Shippensburg, but... yeah, recruiting wise, I feel like I wasn't as highly recruited as I feel like I should have been. And COVID, I forgot about that. Yeah. Because I feel like our sophomore year was just wild. Like it was like, boom, you're coming back, Pathways program. You got to buy all these shirts and stuff, whatever. We was on the top of the world for this. Yeah, we was sky high, and then we went on winter break, came back, and it was like,
Like even though this didn't affect us personally, but we all felt it as athletes. January, boom, Kobe died. We was all like,
nah, Kobe hit hard, man.
yeah,
I
we
got
were,
Kobe tap right here.
yeah, I do too, bro.
I'll pull it up. I got you, bro. Pay my respects.
Yeah,
2-4 with the Mamba around in the 8.
bro, we was, yeah, that joint was hard.
Yeah, bro.
We
Kobe my
was,
favorite athlete ever, bro.
we was like, bro, all the athletes were like, nah,
Yeah.
this got to be a joke. And then January hit, and then I remember because it was right before my birthday. It was March, and then COVID started coming around, and they like, you don't got class. We like, all right, bet. Then we wake
I had
up,
a ball that weekend.
yeah, but we wake up Monday morning, we get an email like, yo, everybody going home.
Yeah, matter of fact.
we like,
Snapchat. Remember when Gooch went outside?
yeah. We like, what you mean we going home? Like, we going home?
Sent it straight to the crib.
And then, so talk about that, like, and that, I don't know if that affected your recruiting process, because I know when Orr found out football was done, he kind of just up and left.
Mm-hmm.
Then COVID hit, and then they just sent us home. It was like, yo, y'all got to figure it out now.
Yeah, we was on our own.
Yeah,
Like,
so.
I still stayed in contact with coaching staff and whatnot, because we still had to get recruited at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But COVID definitely was the difference, though. Like the whole country shut down for a second.
Yeah. And then going in the ship, you went in the ship in the beginning, middle of COVID.
Yeah, so when I first like was enrolled at ship, once our coaching staff called me and said that the season was canceled, I was at home. Like, we was going crazy back with my trainer, Mark Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
So we was going crazy. Like, we in the gym every day putting in all crazy work, bro. Once he told me the season was canceled, I ended up deciding to stay home for that semester, like, just keep going. Because I didn't know what it was going to be like. I didn't want my first semester at Shippensburg to be filled with COVID. So, like, I wanted to get, like, the full experience when I first got there. So I waited for the spring semester to come. We had to get tested twice a week, bro. We doing those swabs.
How did that affect your mental at all, though? Like, where you was like, damn. Because I know, so for me, it was kind of the thing of like, well, you went there with solo. So I went, when I left, I went to school by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I don't know nobody here. I'm in my dorm. I don't got a roommate. So I'm just in this room. I'm just in this room by myself 24/7. And like, I know for me it was like a lot going on mentally. I was like, yo, bro, this ain't it.
Yeah.
I thought Valley Forge was mentally hard. Yo, y'all are killing me. Now I feel like I'm in prison. Like,
Nah, facts.
I'm just going to pick up lunch and my schoolwork. Not even my schoolwork, because I got Zoom. So I'm picking up lunch, dinner, and I'm going back to my room. That's crazy. So talk about that, like, still being shut down and like.
Yeah. So when I first got there, luckily Solomon went the semester before, so like Solomon he showed me around a lot. That's my dog to the end. Showed me around. He introduced me to my boy Don. Matter of fact, me and Don played against each other in high school. He went to Timber Creek. I went to Paul 6. So like we already knew who each other was. But once we made that connection, my boy Ray lived right across the hall. So like they really welcomed me with open arms at ship. So like everything was cool. Like linebacker core was cool, team was cool. We always on a mission. Like we had to put in the work if we
Yeah. And then, so you played how many years there? It was one.
I was there for 2 years, but I only played one season.
So you only played one season. Talk about, going into that season, and what was that like? Going in, getting prepared, mentally prepared after taking a year off, because COVID shut everything out.
COVID shut everything down, bro.
And you could train for football all you want, bro, but it's.
You don't get the thing with football, bro. You don't get in football shape unless you're playing football.
Yeah.
You put in all the work you want. Once you throw in that helmet and you really gotta start making contact with people.
You knocking rust off. So talk about that. How was that going into their, your first season trying to figure it out?
So, granted, we grateful that we had spring ball. Spring ball got us back. Then camp was good. First game, bro, like that was the most emotional game I've ever been a part of, bro. Like, forget like what happened in the game, like before the game, bro. Like it's been like most of us never been away from football that long. So like first game back, fans there, they screaming and whatnot. It's like, bro, we leaving the locker room, bro. I seen like few people shedding tears, bro. I might have been one of them, bro. Like I would like you never know how much you really miss the game until you get into a position where you gotta miss it.
Yeah. And then talk about, you said it was emotional. Like, so what was your thought process going into that? Like, was you like, this is really happening?
Yeah,
Like the
it
whole
felt
week leading
surreal.
up to that, you was like, oh nah, we really playing like again.
Like it was a little part of me during COVID was like, bro, we might not even be able to do this again. Like we might be like separated 6 feet away forever in a way, bro. Like you don't know
Yeah,
what was really gonna come out of COVID. Like yeah, that might be a little extreme, but I always had a mindset of preparing for the worst and hope for the best. So like once we really went out there, bro, it's like yo, we playing football again, bro. We really get to kill somebody. Like not, you know what I mean.
yeah,
But you gotta be careful with your words nowadays. But like, bro, you really get out there and be able to take somebody's head off again, bro. I was happy to be out there, bro. Felt really surreal. I'm reminiscing.
nah, yeah. I mean, but that's how it is though. Like I talked to someone, last week we had a guest on here, and I told them I was talking to them about like people don't understand that you go through like a midlife crisis in your 20s, like when you're an athlete, because once you get that sport taken away from you, you're like, all right, what do I do now? Like, cause you start to realize like, yo, this was my whole day. Like my whole day was like morning lift, practice, afternoon lift, chilling with the guys. Like it was football. There was something with football
100%.
throughout the whole day. You was trying to figure it out. You was like, oh, class, I'm gonna go to class. I gotta go to
You
class
gotta go to class if you want to play.
because I want to play football. So
No
like
rap.
now you don't got football. You like, oh, I gotta go to class because you have to find something else.
Yeah.
I gotta go to class because I want to graduate. But how would like people don't understand taking that away from someone, and the way COVID did it was like it wasn't like a subtle breakup.
It
It was
wasn't
like you go.
love.
It was like
You
you go
didn't have a
home.
choice.
Yeah, you go home. Your wife packed all the clothes and she out.
Yeah.
Like you don't know where she went. Like
Mm-hmm.
so. I know for me, like that was a lot on my mental. Like, was there any moment where you were like, "Yo, nah, like this is not real." Like,
Bro.
cause I know even being with your guys, like being with Solo, someone that you knew for 3-4 years, leading up to that, was there still had to be a moment, probably a night where you was like, this
Bro.
don't feel real. Like this not like a Friday night. I'm supposed to be getting ready for a game in the morning.
Yeah, bro. That hit me hard, bro. Like I would say, like I really had that moment more so after college. Like when I graduated from when I left Bethune, bro. Like after like pro days and whatnot, bro. When I was really just at the crib, like I'm going to work and whatnot. It hit me. I'm like, like I'm really like living a life without football right now. That's what made me like really want to get into coaching and whatnot, because my whole life has been revolved around football. Like since I came out the womb, actually, bro. Going to my brother's practices for a little league. I remember going out there and just sitting there and be like, yo, man, I want to play football. Like I have to play football. So like being that I was living a life without football, bro. I really like I didn't know how to do it at first, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. Like I never envisioned my life being without football. Like growing up, always my dream has been to make it to the NFL. Like you can ask Josh, bro. Like that's all we cared about growing up, bro, was football. We talk
nice.
about it all the time, bro. Like
And then you talk about, so we gonna run it back because you left ship after a year, right? And then you went to Bethune Cookman as a grad transfer.
yeah,
You went from Jersey to PA, not that crazy.
yeah.
P kind of made PA your home. You was like, yo, this kind of cool. Like I'm not that far from my career, whatever. You went to Bethune Cookman in Florida. Now you don't know nobody, and you are like a flight away from everybody.
Yeah, so
What was that? How did you even get in the process of finding Bethune Cookman? They reached out to you, and you was like,
Pick Pickens.
Pickens?
Yeah, Pickens got the linebacker coach job down there.
Oh, so he brought you in,
Yeah, he
and
hit me up. He was like, yo, I want you to slide with me.
yeah,
First, he was beating around the bush a little bit. He's like not trying to tell me what school it was. Bro, I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm about to start coaching at the school in Florida. I don't want to jinx it though, so I ain't gonna tell you what school yet. I'm like, but he's like, but I want you to come with me. Like, bro, I can't just get up and go. Like, you gotta tell me what's going on
yeah.
for real.
You gotta tell me the school. You better have me at
I need full drop.
the Florida Mountain Valley State Rattlers. Like I'm
You
about
feel
to
me?
be,
Like,
I'm about to be somewhere I don't
you
even
know,
know.
about to make me leave a D2 to go to the
Yeah.
gym, bro. Like, So I ended up going, bro. Like, luckily, like I went down there a little early. I got family. My aunt lived in Jacksonville, so I went down, hung out with them for a little bit before I reported there. But I got to Bethune. Stuff was cool, bro. He didn't tell me we had a locker room though. Bro, he didn't tell me we had a locker room.
So you was back in the Juco though.
Yes, bro. That joint was really like
It was a Division I Juco.
Yeah, but like hands down, bro. Like you know how everybody was at Valley
Yeah.
Forge, but everybody was funny. Bethune might have been the funniest team I've ever been a part of, bro. Like from the coaching staff down to the players, bro. Like that was the funniest. Like those was definitely one of my funniest
So you would say, all right, and now I'm not trying to shit on Bethune Cookman. I might eventually have a son, and he might. I don't want this to be held against him right now. You would say that the stuff Every was saying about like the establishment was true.
Like you talking about Ed Reed's live?
Yeah.
Oh, no, like, it wasn't that. Like, it's not nothing to be like crazy proud of or anything, but like, it was definitely different. But like, we made the most out of what we had for real.
I think those would be the best times though.
Yeah.
Because I remember at Valley Forge, like, yo, this is gonna sound crazy. This is gonna sound crazy to the audience. Like, that was the trenches. Like, I'm talking about, bro, we eating cereal 3 times a day, 7 days a week. Like, the food, they are handing out foot-long glizzies. Bro, fish veal. I ain't even know fish veal was a thing. So we out there, bro. Straight trench work, bro. It was so bad. I remember. So the second year we doing the pathways. That's when we had a little more luxury. Like Los had his car and everything, so we on there. Bro, I'm eating bagels from Wawa. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Yeah, I'm about to dogging bagels from Wawa because it's like. So to go from, you go from that, and then I took a visit at shit. My brother played that shit. My brother went to shit. So I know what it was like at Shippensburg, and I know it was kind of good. Boy, it's really good. Like, they treat football players really good over there.
That's one thing about shit, bro. They had to eat still.
Yeah. You eat good. Like, you know what I'm saying? They treat football players like guys over there. It was lit. Mm-hmm. So to go from Juco, Trenches, Fishville, to Ship, where it was like, you know what I'm saying, Dave's hot chicken sandwiches, and then to go back to like Bethune-Cookman, you don't even got a locker room game. Cause I know in your head, Pickens, that's my dog. Yeah, cool sure. Boy. That's my dog. Like, I rock with him. But I know he did not tell you that they didn't have a locker room. I know he set you up. Bro, so what was that? Like, you walk in there, you like D1 school? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's lit.
Bro, me and Pickens had a conversation about that too. I was like, so like, why didn't you tell me about like all the resources and whatnot? Like, he was like, oh, you was already committed. You already basically committed by then. I didn't think I really had to run it by you. I was like, come on, bro. Like, bro. Like, I'm not going to say, like, us not having a locker room was, like, the worst thing in the world, but it was different.
Oh, that's lit, though. Yeah. I think that's probably, but those situations, though, like, when you down at the lowest, those make it the funniest.
Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. You really got to make the most out of what you have, bro.
Like, and then, so you go from Juco, we played some good teams, but we didn't play no crazy good teams unless it was, like, it's a team out of New York.
Yeah, Monroe.
Monroe. That was Monroe and, like, Army.
That's the first time you slammed my shit.
And then going D2 where you, like, shit, you playing in the PSEC. PSEC, one of the best D2 divisions.
Sure. Not one of the best, the best.
Yeah, and then you go from... and then you go from there and you playing D1 ball. Was there, like, a skill gap difference that you seen, like, where you was like... Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I know from Juco to D2, definitely a skill gap. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I done seen, we played that one community school, and they had like 40-year-old men smoking cigarettes out of trucks. It was crazy. It was crazy, bro. Bro, bull lining up against me had his wife and kids in the, you know what I'm saying, in the stands. So going from Juco to D2,
what school was that?
The John we scrimmage, we always scrimmage them every year.
Jersey Warriors?
Jersey Warriors, yeah. It was crazy.
That was worse than that team from Virginia that came up.
Oh my God, bro! They all driving up personal cars. They didn't even have a team van. It was trenches. I don't know how they made it through.
I don't know how they made it there.
So then we went. So you go from Juco to D2. You see the skill gap. Was there a skill gap jump from like D2 to D1 that you was like, yo, nah, these are different
First game we
animals.
played, bro. I really don't. I shouldn't be saying this, but like first game we played was the fastest game I ever been a part of, bro. We played Miami week 1.
Miami, like the U.
Hurricanes, yes, bro. That game, bro. It's like I'm sitting here, saying go, everything's woo, 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 woo. I'm like, yo, like, oh, Brit, bro, I couldn't keep up to start, bro. I'm like,
So then, who was on the U when you played them? Was it like Cam Ward and them, or that was the year
Cam
before he
Ward
went?
wasn't there yet. They had Restrepo though.
Yeah.
Who was the tight end they had?
The boy they got now, right? That's going into the draft.
Nah, it was a different boy. He got picked up by Colts. I can't think of his name, but they had Restrepo.
But you went against some NFL Bulls,
And all of them. Yeah.
and you was like,
Will Mallory,
oh,
that's the tight end name.
who?
Will Mallory.
Yeah.
He was highly like touted coming out.
And then so you go into that game, you like, I know the week before you wasn't like, yo, we playing the U.
Yeah, like it felt cool, like in my head, but like I never really cared about who was like lined up across from me though.
We had to get a job done.
Yeah, I really just had to get adjusted to the speed. The speed was definitely a change. Like coming from, I'm not saying Mercyhurst is a bad team or not, but going from Mercyhurst to Miami, like, that's
Yeah,
different, bro.
nah,
Like,
stamp there is. I mean, bro, we talking about Mercyhurst is not a bad team, but like, bro, we talking about Mercyhurst to the U, like, you know what I'm saying? So then, who you can name drop right now? Who's some guys that you played against? You was like, nah, like, boy, different. Cause I know for me, and I say this to this day, and I swear to God, I tell everybody this. I don't remember his name, but I'll pull up his film every single time. The center from Army.
oh yeah, nah.
That was a boy that I was like, nah, that nigga different. Like, he was
Bro,
he was
I
committed to
bro.
Virginia, and then he broke his leg and still had an offer from like Virginia, and I knew he was different once I seen it wasn't you. It was TBT, and TBT my dog,
TBT the strongest motherfucker.
strongest boy I ever met in my life. I'm not gonna lie, and he a little slow, so like he really don't care about his body. The center cut someone.
Yo.
Bear
Bro, I
Cross.
cut you off, bro. Remember freshman year, bro? First game, we was playing Del Val. TBT knocked bull helmet off.
Just smoked him like a backwood. I don't, and this is like a boy that like, bro, if you come downhill with him, he's gonna crack your helmet. Like he don't care.
Boy.
Bro, the center cut the nose guard, crawled through the mud, and popped up and smoked TBT. I don't know if you remember that, through the end zone. And I was like, I was on the sideline watching, because I played offense. I'm on the sideline like, oh, nah. Boy, yo, bro, this is different. Like, these people are different. Because you talked about it like, we played Del Val out there, all these other schools. I'm like, they not really
not
like,
ring no bells when you say those names, bro.
Army? I was like, oh, nah, they lit.
U.S. Maps.
Yeah. So then talk about you, like, going to Bethune-Cookman, playing other Division I schools. You play Miami, all this. Was there ever a boy you was like, oh, nah, he's one of them, like.
Bro, when we played Jackson State, bro, we actually, like, had 2 interceptions off Shador, which, bro, he can make every throw he wants to, bro. Like, that receiving core, Shador, bro, like.
You went against Travis Hunter?
Nah, so.
Or it was LeJontay Wester, he was there?
Nah, he wasn't at Jackson.
Oh, okay.
They receivers, I forget their names, bro, but like, bro, I remember the one boy, Kevin Coleman. He was a freshman. I think he ended up going to Louisville, but he was nice, bro. Like all of them, their whole receiving core was crazy, bro. Like, and then like they had nothing to worry about too. With Shador's in the pocket chilling, bro.
And that was probably so. Tell me that for you had to be like, yo, that's Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what you say about you having to do a job.
Yeah,
Any football player going across, you like, yo, that's prime time, like, across the sidelines.
Looking at him, bro, it's like growing up, cause like that's the guys you used to watch growing up. Like yo, like, well, I mean, we obviously didn't watch Deion, bro.
Yeah,
but like
we watching his highlights.
Though, like you know, like who the legends are, bro. So like being able to be in like. This might sound crazy, but even stepping on the same field as him, bro, like
nah, I don't.
That crazy, bro.
But I remember it being hyped that I was getting like his card in mud, like in Madden.
Yeah, bro,
like I used to be like, oh, I'm getting the Deion two-way card, like yo, this all lit. So I know if I played and I looked at him, I was like, oh nah, that's crazy. Like, so like you said, like Shador's probably one of them boys. You was like, yo, nah, this nigga, he can make any throw on the field he wants.
Like I hate hearing people talk about like Shador not like that and whatnot. But I'm like, bro, I played against the dude, bro.
I know you like
That
that.
motherfucker five, bro.
Yeah. So then who else did you play against? So you played against Jackson State, Miami. What else was the roster, the schedule looking like?
Yeah, so
Cause this is some talent. Like
yeah.
we're not talking about.
So there was a lot of talent that we played against, but I ended up tearing my labrum third game of the season. Like first drive, we was playing Grambling. Ended up, I don't know why I did this, bro. I got the 3-point stance. We had this goal line package, bro. I ended up getting in the 3-point stance. I haven't got to a 3-point stance since my junior year of high school, bro. Bull just washed me down, bro. I get up, my shoulders like just dangling, bro. I'm like, nah, this feels crazy. So I ended up getting subbed out. Came back in, bro. Go make a tackle. Should have popped out again. Get out. Take a couple of Advil, ibuprofens, bro. Get back in. Pops out again, bro. That's when they was like, yeah, you're done. So I sat the next week. Next week we played Alabama A&M. That was their homecoming. We should have won that game, but it didn't go as planned. Then I think we had Tennessee State the next week. We actually played at the Titan Stadium, bro. So like we ended up getting hit by a hurricane once I got hurt. So we was on the road for like 3 weeks straight, haven't been back to Daytona at all. So we get to Tennessee, bro. We was in Nashville for the whole week. Bro, I think they put me in with like 5 minutes left just to still like get my shoulder like a test run. First play, pops right back out. I'm like, yo, this is terrible.
Was there any like thing going in your mind? You was like, damn, like bro, I made it this far. Like, cause I know for you, we talk a lot in JUCO. Out of high school, you was highly touted. Like you was going D1, and then to finally get back to D1, you was like, damn, nah, this can't be happening.
Yeah, bro. I definitely didn't want that to happen, bro. Like looking back at it, like I wish I just like took the injury and just chilled. But you know how I am, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like to spectate, bro. I need like if I'm on the field, bro, I want to play. Like I can't just watch. There's never been like the type of guy I've been. So when I got hurt, bro, I kept trying to play. I ended up reaching. I think I played like 5 games before I ended up being sidelined. Like, cause like mentally, like it's like you can play through it, but your body at the same time is like my body was babying my shoulder in a way. Like I go to make a tackle and I'm missing the tackle because I'm not trying to use my left shoulder. So after a while, it was like, yeah, like
You kind of not you harming the team in a way, and you also harming yourself. And I know for you that probably was like, cause like you always been a leader. Like you always been a guy that even when we was at Valley Forge, you're running out with the flag. Like you're leading us.
yeah.
So to go into that and be like, damn, like I'm letting my team down. Probably like that was probably that a thought process going in your head like.
Bro, I used to call like some of my old coaches from Shippensburg like after it happened. Like, bro, I'm over this stuff, bro. I might have to hang it up, bro. Coach Johnson was like, he'll start chuckling at me talking about some. You don't want to be in the real world yet, bro. He was right, bro. He ain't lie about that part. I definitely want to be in the real world yet, but, bro, I didn't even think about that, bro. I hated being hurt, bro. Like that shit made me alive, bro. Like I never wanted to watch, bro. Like, I hate it. I just hate it, bro.
I mean, it's a part of being a competitor. You don't want to be on the sideline.
At all.
So and then, afterwards, your season getting cut short. You graduated from Bethune-Cookman. Talk about like how long was it before you got this opportunity to go play professionally? Because you went through the pro day. How was it going through your pro day, setting up, getting prepared? Like, yo, I'm about to. I'm saying all these coaches about to be out here. Like, this is my money. This is my chance to get some bread.
The pro day stuff, right? So I ended up having surgery on my shoulder like at the end of the season, November 9th. So I had to like really bust my behind and really get back to like where I could be able to bench press because everybody knows bench press. That's my strong suit. So like I had to rehab my shoulder, bro, while trying to get ready, and so being that I had to rehab my shoulder, I wasn't able to go anywhere like where it's warm out to do like my pro day training and whatnot. So I had to do it up in Jersey, and around those months like January, February, ain't nothing but cold. I ended up pulling my hamstring like a month before it, bro. So I couldn't even really like rep my 40 as much as I wanted to, but yeah. So after that, pro day numbers, I think I still got like 20 reps on the bench. But if I never got hurt, I would definitely be touching 30 plus easily. Then afterwards, I was supposed to sign with this team, Potsdam Royals, Agent hooked it up. And I was supposed to go to Germany a long time ago. So the day I was supposed to be leaving, my agent tells me like the coach stopped answering him and whatnot. So the contract fell through. That didn't happen. Then I ended up getting in contact with this one team like later on, like more towards like the end of the year. This one team, this called the Porvoon Butchers. It's in Finland. Talking to the guy, like he's telling me like it's either me and this one guy that he wants to bring in. So like, he's telling me every day like we think we're gonna roll with you, we think we're gonna roll with you. Time comes, he goes, yeah, we ended up actually going with the safety, this and that. So that didn't happen. So then I thought it was over with for me, bro. So got me like my career, job and whatnot, and then I get a random text off of Euro players from Coach James Yacht. It's my coach now, still Marburg Mercenary, so he hit me up still now. What's that been, like 2 years now since I last put on the helmet?
Yeah.
So.
And then he told you he could give me the opportunity to go out there.
Yeah.
So then, is there anything in your head you like? Because I know the football part easy, bro. That's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. You just need to take a couple steps and you back in the flow of things. Are you prepared to go to a different country? Because now we talking about different states, and then you go into a whole different country. You're going to Germany. You're about to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna be cool, bro. It's me. Like I'm a people's person, so like I feel like I could get along with anybody I'm around. But it's definitely gonna be like a different transition. But I'm gonna be playing football though. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I'm worried about. And like I'm being able to like experience the world. Like not many people can say they lived in Germany for any amount of time, like let alone visit.
Was there anything going on like that? You was like, any doubts in your mind going into that?
Nah.
You was just like, yo, we sending it, we out. Like,
yeah, I told the coach every day, like I'm just gonna play football. That's all.
100%. Yeah. And they sending you out there to play football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now that's gonna be lit though. I mean, Germany is lit though. Like that's definitely an environment where you gonna experience something. I ain't never been in Germany. I don't know what you about to experience, but you gonna. This is gonna be a whole new world. I'm telling you right now, bro. If you come back talking about some bratwurst and all that, bro, I mean, yeah, good time, talking crazy.
Taught me this one joint when I first started. It's Jajun. I mean, my boy.
My boy.
I would be saying that every day.
So, and then we talked about it earlier. Like, what's the difference between playing internationally, like going out there and playing? Because you know the XFL, NFL is different. What's the difference between playing internationally that you, if someone was to watch and be like, damn, that's lit. Like, if I can't make it to the league, I didn't even know I can make it international. Would you warn them like, yo, hey, bro, there's some stuff you need to know though before you even.
Jeez, all right, one thing. So my boy Nas, he plays in the ELF, the European League. So like he was telling me not everybody speak English. So like he said, like when you in the field, like you talking junk or whatnot, like I feel like a lot of them not gonna know what we saying for real. Like that's the only thing I can really say. Cause like I ain't been there, I ain't get there yet.
Yeah, how you think it's gonna be for you communicating? Cause as a linebacker, you got.
Yeah, I gotta talk to everybody, but I feel like
they probably gonna have certain phrases.
Yeah, and like my one boy Jake, he plays basketball over in Germany. He went to ship. He was telling me that like a lot of the people on your team, they gonna be able to speak English, but like going out and whatnot, then that's when it's really gonna hit you. Like you gotta learn some stuff.
Yeah.
But,
that's lit though. I mean, that's definitely an experience. Like I said, this is not something that. One, not everybody gets to go to Germany. Two, not everybody gets to go to Germany and play football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do things that they love, and then you get the best of both worlds because it's not now you went from COVID hitting and you lost everything. You lost football. You feel like you got ripped out of a poor divorce. You get it back. Now, not only are you playing football in Germany professionally, but you're also coaching football. So you come back. So and then before the camera was rolling, we talked about it. You know, talk about your first year coaching. How that was, and who you are coaching. I think this is hilarious. Y'all are gonna be in for a good one.
So coaching. So
who do you coach for? Who do you coach for?
I coach at Kingdom Catholic. It's my rival high school, actually, not my proudest moment, but yeah, I'll be getting my young boys right though. But coaching, bro, it's definitely. I didn't get straight into coaching like after we graduated. Because I feel like I would have been in a position where I would have been comparing myself to the players. Like, why can't he do this when I was able to do that type thing? But once I got past that part mentally, bro, I was really started like coaching my young boys up, bro. It's fun now. It's fun, bro. Like really seeing people put like the pieces of the puzzle together that you like.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, bro, I wish I knew that when I was in high school. Like, if I had motherfucker like me coaching me in high school, bro, I'd be good. I'd be cool. But
And then going from that, so you turn were they already a successful program before you joined?
so Catholic, when I was in high school, Kenny Catholic was top. Like I never beat Kenny Catholic. So they went into like a little stint where they fired their head coach Nick Strom, and it's been like going down and down and down. Like they had like 3 different head coaches in like 3 years. Then they brought my boy Wayne in. Wayne ended up first year I think they went like 2-9. I didn't coach that year. Then the next season we went 9-2. So it was definitely a difference. Like our schedule was different from previous years, but seeing those young kids like really like enjoy football again, because I feel like a lot of them, like when you lose so much, you start losing the love for the game a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Well, hey, brother, I lost my whole life until I got to Valley Forge.
shout out McCaskey.
Yeah, no, don't shout out McCaskey. I tell people all the time though, like when I came back and coached, and I said like, yo, y'all don't know what winning feels like, and it feels so good.
Yeah.
Like it feels so good. Like we were playing Thaddeus, and I remember Orf yelling at us that we were only up 30-8, and I'm like, yo, bro, what do you want? We're up by 22 points, gang. Where he like, yo, ripped their head off, and I'm like,
Gotta step on their necks, bro.
this is what winning feels like, though. Like, so I'm going from 4-6, 4-6, 2-8 to we only losing to Monroe and Army, and like we barely losing to Army.
Should never lost it.
Yeah, should have never lost Army, but that's a story for another day. It's a hard story, but that's a story for another day. And then Monroe, that was a little different though. It was bad. It was bad. We should have gave them a run for the money. Yeah.
We played them a lot better,
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, you know, McCaskey, like when we played our rivals like Township and all them, we were kind of like, how much are we losing by?
Township.
Mayhem Township. Yeah, so that's a school around here.
I think Tyler Simon went there.
Yeah, he went to Ship.
Yeah. My dog Simon.
So we're like, how much are we losing by? It's not like we don't think we have a chance. Like we're like, nah. Yeah, 100%, 100%. If we was up at halftime, we was happy. That was a win in our books.
So y'all believe when they had time.
Yeah. And then, so going to Valley Forge where it's like, bro, losing is not nothing. Like, winning is the expectation, and that's the bare minimum. Mm-hmm. It's how much are we winning by. Like, we're trying to win by, you know, we played, what's the other Juco we played that was something, the mechanical school.
Trade school.
Williamson Trade School. We like, yo, betting each other, like, yo, we trying to put up 30 on them. First quarter. But that's what I'm saying. So, like, you going into that situation, like, going into high school where you like, yo, I'm trying to win. Like, I went from winning. Well, Bethune-Cookman finished with a winning record. Bethune-Cookman? Nah? Okay, yeah, that face says it all. Bro, I ain't look up there. Okay, so you went from winning, losing, and then back to winning. So how was that? So yeah. How was that? So going into high school, you like, yo, I'm 9-2 again. Like, it's state chip time. Like, going into that game, was you like, oh, nah, this is lit. Like, because I know coaching, you have a different feeling than playing, because you're excited to see the passion that the young kids have.
Bro, coaching is definitely different, bro. Like, you look at the game from a different perspective when you coach. Because it's not like you could go out there and do it yourself. Mm-hmm. You really got, like coaching, everything happens in practice. Like, yeah, game day and whatnot, but, like, if you're not preparing your kids during practice and, like, really coaching them up, like, that's what make game days long. Like, bro, our playoff game, yeah, we lost, but I told my young boy, Sean O'Reilly, right? So they threw a slant on the side the previous, like, the one drive, a couple drives ago. and he was mad about it. But I told him, I was like, bro, just relax, get into your drop. He's gonna throw it right to you. Say like, didn't even happen the same drive, bro. 2 drives later, right before halftime, they went back to that same play. We went to the flat, 2 ran a slant. He said, drop right under it, pick. Almost 60, but bull hawk and slow as hell. But, bro, like, that was like one of my proudest moments, bro, watching that, though. Like, I was like, he really just did exactly what I told him. And, like,
yeah. Like, watching your players succeed is like, it's almost like watching, like, your kids. Like, you like a proud dad. Like, you kind of forget your coaching. You like, you running down the sideline. You like, oh, wait, hold up. I got to stop at the 20. I can't keep running or they're going to throw a flag. But it's lit, though. Like, it's so much fun. And I think people don't understand that. And like I said, people don't understand being around football, even if you're not playing, is just fun. Like,
yes, bro. Like, football is just...
It brings life. It brings joy into people.
Like, we ever made football, bro? Like, I hope you having a great time in heaven, yo.
Yeah, shout out to whoever made football, because you're lit. Because this, you came up with the world's best game. And I think that, so, like, and this is the, wrap it all up, but, like, to speak on you as a person, everything that you displayed as a person even today is displayed on the football field. Like, you care about people. Bro, I never went in a game and was like, nah, nigga, Meech don't got my back. Like, even if I was in the wrong, it was like, Meech got my back right now, but when we get in the locker room, me and Meech are probably gonna argue about this. But but you always had my back, like, and we went to war with each other. Like, there was times in practice where it was like, you play defense, I play offense. There was times where it was like, nigga, fuck Meech, like.
Yeah, no, that's how it's supposed to be.
But when we leave and we sit at the dining hall, like, yo, that's my dog, like, that's my dog.
That's what makes football teams better, bro. Like, game days is not just on game day. Game days is in practice.
Practice every day. We was practicing so hard, bro. Like, and I think that like all those qualities though, like you instill like within yourself and your kids, bro. That's gonna take you a long way. And I think that that's gonna even carry over to Germany. Like when you meet those people, they're gonna be like, oh nah, Meech was that was a cool bull, thorough bull. Like,
you really gotta leave your mark wherever you go.
And I really am. I really am excited. I really am excited though, bro. I'm excited to see this, and I'm excited to see what was about to happen with you, and going over there, having the opportunity and everything. But I do want to thank you, bro, because I know, like I said, it was a hard drive, it was a crazy drive to drive down here. You came down here, you feel me, and that's just shout out to your character. Mm-hmm. I hit you up, we set it up, and you drove down here, and I want to say I appreciate you for coming on to the pod and everything.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to slide back.
Yeah. Hey, bro, we need another episode. You need to let us know how the Guten Tag went. How the Guten Tag went, bro. You feel me?
One of my old coworkers, she wants me to like write a book while I'm out there, like a little kid's book. Like,
hey, bro, do it. Mm-hmm. Do it. I think if anybody could do it, it's you, bro. And then we could definitely get into it again, bro. When you get back, let me know. We can set up something. I know your season coming up, but we definitely gonna set something up, bro. All right.
Sure, bro.
Appreciate you, my boy.